Now, we are going to continue adding the information in our main coin. Just remember that the goal is every time that I press on any of the buttons, the information is going to go through this part. To develop this part, I'm going to select all these ones. Now my wrapper is empty. I'm going to create a new file, and it's going to be called components. Save this one as components PHP and paste all the content that you bring for the previous web. Save. Now in my index, inside of the wrapper, I'm gonna include the previous page, and we are gonna use PHP. This part is doing is bringing all the file and insert in this part. It's gonna be easy and more organized to keep the information. Let's see if it's continue working. Yeah, nothing have changed. Now I'm gonna add a couple of lines to bring every page that we need. At this point, what is gonna happen if we don't select any page, it's gonna go to the home. If we select another page, it's gonna bring that one and set up there. Save, and I'm going to create the home PHP. File, new test file. I'm gonna save this one as PHP, and it's gonna be called home.php. Here we can add some information that the user is gonna see every time that he's logging. As you can see, we have here another image that is stored in the image folder. Please add the image there. Let's see how it's looking. Great, we have the content. Yeah, but at this point I have the mistake with the picture. We have to be sure that we have this one in our folder. Remember that we are gonna find the folder under SAMP, htdocs, image, and here should be your picture. At this point, I'm gonna duplicate this one. I'm gonna change the name, and test if it's working. Perfect. Just remember that you have to set up a different picture. We return to the index, and we need to add here our footer. I'm gonna do in the same way. I'm gonna include the footer, and I'm gonna create a new file that I'm gonna call footer.php. Save in your folder. Be sure that is PHP. Here, I'm gonna create another class division, and I'm gonna say that we are gonna include a new page that is gonna be attribution. This is the way that we use to bring the information. We are gonna display the information under the PHP, and the page that is gonna be there is gonna be attribution. It means that the information comes here for the page that we are gonna do. To test this part, we need to create the attribution web page. I'm going to say file, new file, and it's going to be called attribution.php. Under this page, I'm going to add all the information that is related with the material that I am using online. If we are using free pick for pictures or pixels, Pixabay, all the textures, all the links that you need to acknowledge. At this point, I'm gonna save and test how it looks. If I do the testing, we have the menu, the welcome, we have the footer, and we have the credits. If I click over this one, you can see that still we have the same page, but now my attributions have changed.